Hey, what's good, YouTube? Got another video for you guys today. Another Yu-Gi-Oh! Related video, of course. That's mainly what we've been doing on the channel. I don't know if you guys noticed, I've kind of been straying away from Soul Calibur content. Either way, I have a YouTube video for you guys today that is about another Duel Links deck that has meta/anti-meta potential. There was actually a recent top of a deck using Gravekeepers cards, specifically Headman, Spiritualist, and Commandant to get to Necro Valley and Royal Tribute. But today I'm going to show you guys a more pure variation of Gravekeepers that I think can do relatively well in the current format, and a few test hands and your main 2-card combo. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So this is the list. I guess we'll start with this. Starting off with, there's only 2 3-ofs in the monsters. We have 3 Commandant and 3 Spy, 2 of the most OG and original Gravekeepers monsters. 1 Descendant, kind of like Hand of the Six Samurai, used for popping cards, not harder ones per turn, so that means you can bring cards back and then continue to pop cards. 2 Headman, this is part of your main combo that you're going to use as kind of a Wolf Bark, but it's a level 3 and it only special summons back level 4s, which means that you can't use it for rank 4 plays, but you can use it to make Spiritualist, Supernaturalist if you bring back a Spiritualist, which I'll explain in a second. Or you can also use it for link plays if you bring back something like a Commandant or a Spy, right? Then we have 2 Recruiter, one of those cards you just kind of set, or you normal summon this when you have something else on the board to go into a link play, and you get a little bit of advantage back when you do so. 1 Shaman, normally this is just used for the Supernaturalist, but if you can special summon this off of a Spy, it does stop your opponent. It does negate all effects that activate in the graveyard, not just cards that would move things in the graveyard, which is what Necro Valley does. And then all your Gravekeepers, your opponent can't activate a Field Spell, and your Necro Valley can't be destroyed by card effects, which is pretty cool. 2 Spiritualists, this is one of the newer cards, just like Headman. And what this does is during your main phase, if you have Necro Valley on the field, you can fusion summon 1 Spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck using this card and cards either in your hand or on the field as fusion material. You can only use the effect of it once per turn, so you can't like make double Supernaturalists in 1 turn. But you can definitely use this to push in for more damage, which is really cool. 3 Spy, the OG, when it's flipped, special summon a Gravekeeper monster with 1500 less attack from your deck, 2000 defense, 2500 under Necro Valley. Then you see here 1 Dark Magician, 1 Red Eyes. I'm sure you know where this is going. Now that you see those cards. 1 Stel, 1 Hidden Temples of the Necro Valley, because this is searchable off the boss monster if you don't know what it is. This is essentially a Vanity's Emptiness as long as you control a Gravekeepers monster and a Necro Valley, which I think is pretty sick. But it does get destroyed if you don't control either a Gravekeepers monster or a Necro Valley. So what happens is if you still control 1 after you've activated this effect, it doesn't go anywhere. But once your opponent outs both your Necro Valley and your Gravekeepers monster, you lose access to your Hidden Temples, your Vanity's Emptiness. 3 Necro Valley, the literal star of the deck, along with, let's just go ahead and skip around real quick to the other 3 of star of the deck, Royal Tribute. If you control Necro Valley, both players discard any monster cards in their hand. This can single-handedly win you a lot of games. Let's go ahead and go on to the other cards now. 3 Necro Valley Throne, which is essentially a searcher, a reinforcement of the army for Necro Valley, or a double summon for Gravekeepers. I said Necro Valley, pardon me. One take. And then Pot of Prosperity, the new pot card. I thought this would probably be the best pot to fit in the deck because our main combo does really want us to special summon, and I think that it would be good if we could get that combo off the first turn because we make cards like Red Eyes Dragoon with our boom, 1-of Red Eyes Fusion with Verte Anaconda in the extra deck. Then in the traps, we're not playing very many, but we can't play any hand traps because of Royal Tribute. We're playing one of the Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley, essentially a 4th Solemn that is searchable off of your boss monster, so no biggie. 3 Infinite Impermanence, the only hand trap we can really play because it's a trap, not an actual hand trap. 1 Necro Valley Temple. This card is Metaverse. While Gravekeepers monsters are on the field and you have a Necro Valley on the field, monsters your opponent controls lose 500 attack and defense. So it essentially, if you have Necro Valley and this, it makes the swing in attack between your monster and your opponent's 1000, which is super big. That's a lot. Once per turn during the main phase, if you control no card in your field zone, you can activate 1 Necro Valley directly from your hand or graveyard, which is really cool. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can set 1 Necro Valley spell or trap directly from your deck, except Necro Valley Temple. So you can't set another Temple, we only play 1 anyway, but you can set your Necro Valley, or you can set your Imperial Tombs in the Necro Valley so that you have a Solemn Judgment. Speaking of Solemn Judgment, boom, 3 of that, and 1 Rite of Spirit, which is essentially a 4th Headman, because we can summon back Headman with a 3rd Headman. We can summon back Headman with this, and then after that, we can go ahead and get ourselves a Spiritualist. We can get ourselves a Commandant. Those are the only 2 options, or a Spy. You know, nothing too out of the ordinary there. But here comes the extra deck. We do have 1 card in here that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter. We can just Pot of Extravagance. I mean, a Pot of Prosperity it away. 2 Supernaturals. It should be 3. This should not be here. The other build was playing Super Poly. Don't mind that. Don't even look at it. 3 Supernaturalists, 1 Quintet Magician, and 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragon. For the fusions, that's it. Then we're playing 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Exciton Knight to blow board, 1 Utopia, 1 Utopia Double, 1 Utopia the Lightning for the Utopia package. And then for the links, we are playing Phoenix, Cerberus, Unicorn, Birte Anaconda, and Wee Witch's Apprentice. Very basic list, nothing too crazy, but I do think that the list is solid enough that it can get things done. I do want to show you guys a few test stands, so let's go ahead and just get to those. So here was test stand number 1, I believe. Go ahead and play it. Roll Tribute, send off our own Spiritualist, summon it back with the Headman. Then Headman is going to go ahead and make that, and that's going to get us another Headman for next turn, and we have a Solemn Judgment set. Pretty cool. And then here is the actual normal 2-card combo. Let's just go straight into it. Oh, 3-card combo, sorry. It's 2 cards if you don't have the Road Tribute, but you would use the 3-card combo, wipe your opponent's board, then make a Red Eyes Dragoon. Any other cards that you have, because you will have 2 other cards, boom. I believe I misplayed with this hand, but we'll take a look at it anyway. Let's see what happened. That's cool. Let's just let this one play. I'm not entirely sure what I did. I do get the Necro Valley here. Go for the Royal Tribute. I go for the Pot of... Boom. Yeah, and we go ahead and get a Spy, which is really cool here. And then we have a set Spy after we've Royal Tributed them, so they probably don't have a monster out it, and a Solemn Judgment. Nice. Those are the test hands slash... there's 2 test hands and the main 3-card combo, which is pretty cool. I just thought I'd show you guys this. This is another one of those Duel Links decks that I actually think has some sort of, meta or rogue implication. This one is actually more viable in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG than the 2 main decks that are popular in Duel Links, which are Blue Eyes and Noble Knights. I showed off a Noble Knight list earlier on the channel, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, and some combos for that. And if there's any other Duel Links decks you guys want me to profile as actual Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG decks, please let me know. I'll look for a list, or I'll look around to see if I know anything about those decks, and I'll try to do some test hands here on Dueling Book, and I'll show you generally their most important 1 or 2 combos. This is Beanie Thuggish signing out. Please like, comment, comment whatever. Comment that you made it to the end of the video and that you've listened to me ramble about Yu-Gi-Oh! For 9 minutes. And subscribe. Beanie Thuggish, signing out.